Well, good morning, fans, and welcome to Pirate Field on the campus of Armstrong Atlantic State University for today's Peach Belt Conference baseball doubleheader. Your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates taking on the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. We'll have two games today, one tomorrow in the three-game Peach Belt Conference Series. Our first game today, which we'll have on our webcast for you, features the left-hander Mitchell Dolan for the Pirates, and he'll be countered by left-hander Matthew Suggs for Georgia Southwestern. A very busy day of activity around the Armstrong Athletic Department. It is Homecoming 2014 today. Softball, basketball, baseball in action, as well as the Armstrong Soccer Alumni game today. But before we give you the starting lineups, let's go ahead and introduce you to the 2014 Armstrong baseball team.
Mitchell Dolan, downtown on Halloween. The costumes are just awesome. It's hilarious. No, you gotta let me think of something better. I don't know who was what. Corey Crunk, barbecue shrimp, boiled shrimp, baked shrimp, sauteed shrimp.
Zach Lance, Donald Doc Anderson. He's a Savannah institution.
Give me 1 sec. All right, hold on. You're recording right now? Clayton Miller, Spankies, chicken fingers, and spuds.
Cody Sherlin, St. Patty's Day.
There's people everywhere. They dye the river green.
Shrimp gumbo, pan-fried, deep-fried.
RJ Dennard, Clayton Miller. He loves neuroscience and loves doing upper body workouts.
Dalton Johnson, Sweet Melissa's at 2 a.m. Nothing tastes better at that time. It's the perfect meal.
Ryan Good, Chipotle. I'm glad we finally got one.
Ethan Bader, the Savannah Sand Gnats.
Tyler Green, I just like that there's always something to do.
Brett Madden, and there's so many places to eat.
Shrimp soup, shrimp stew.
Nathan Ward, Armstrong versus Savannah State rivalry. Go Pirates.
Mason Hart, and I would have to say downtown Savannah on Friday and Saturday nights.
Joey Lupus,
Corey Crump.
He is the man.
Ryan Patterson, the rich history and culture. I myself like to learn things. I'm a very intellectual person, as you could say.
Ryan Essenline, Candy Store on River Street.
Justin Atkins, Krispy Kreme.
I always get them fresh and hot.
Tyler Allen, downtown because all the things to do and the history that goes along with it.
Caleb Woods, Mama Ward's Peanut Butter Cookies.
Tyler Colley, the Sand Nuts.
Shrimp kebabs, shrimp creole.
Tyler Avery, Parker's Coffee. It's hotter and cheaper.
Barry Aldridge, traffic. I love driving 30 minutes every day to go 3 miles off campus. It really gives me an opportunity to reflect on my day.
Matt Wisniewski, River Street. I like hanging out downtown.
Josh Larson, Bob from 106.9. Turn your knob to Bob.
Shrimp sandwich. That's about it.
Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field, Armstrong and Georgia Southwestern, getting set for Game 1 of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. Just a reminder, we'll have Game 1 for you on our webcast. Game 2 will be on live stats as we move our webcasting equipment into Alumni Arena for tonight's homecoming basketball doubleheader. The Pirates taking on USC Aiken. Women's game at 5:30 and the men's game at 7:30. On the hill for the Pirates, here in game number 1 of today's doubleheader, it will be 6'1" senior Mitchell Dolan, the lefty from Orlando, Florida, Lake Sumter Community College product. He has an 0-2 record this season, a 3.97 earned run average. This is his 5th appearance and 3rd start of the year. He's thrown 11 1/3 innings, given up 13 hits. He has walked 9 and struck out 13, and he faces, in order for the Hurricanes, Josh Sanders, the shortstop, who leads things off. Dylan Griffin will be the designated hitter. He'll bat second. Jared Taylor, the first baseman, bats third. Stephen Eldridge, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Josh Tatnall, the left fielder, bats fifth. Zach Moss will be in right field. He will bat sixth. Neil Chambliss is behind the plate today for the Hurricanes. He'll bat seventh. Gabe Selichan is the second baseman. He'll bat eighth. And Devin Newberry is the center fielder. He will bat ninth. Defensively for the Pirates behind Dolan, it's Clayton Miller behind the plate, R.J. Dennard at first base, Cody Sherlin at second, Tyler Aver at short, Zach Lance at third, and in the outfield from left to right, it's Matt Wisniewski, Joey Lupus, and Nathan Ward. Pirates 6-3 overall, 2-1 in the Peach Belt Conference. Georgia Southwestern 3-8, 1-2 in the Peach Belt. Armstrong opened up Peach Belt play last weekend, taking 2 of 3 from GRU Augusta. Georgia Southwestern opened up Peach Belt Conference play last weekend, hosting Montevallo, and dropped 2 of 3 to the Falcons. Josh Sanders steps into the batter's box.
Shortstop, number 20, Josh Sanders.
The senior third baseman from Fortson, Georgia, Chattahoochee Valley Community College product. Righty facing the lefty Dolan. And Dolan's first pitch is fouled off for strike one. Sanders hitting .213, 10 hits and 47 at-bats with 3 runs batted in. Also has a team-high 3 stolen bases on the year. Dolan's 0-1 delivery is low for ball 1. So along with baseball, the Armstrong soccer team's alumni game taking place at noon beyond left field. Armstrong softball, as this pitch is fouled off out of play, is taking on Queens at 1 p.m. beyond the center field fence at the Armstrong softball field. And on the road today, the Armstrong women's tennis team is at St. Leo. That match is supposed to start at 10, but there was a bit of a rain delay. The courts were wet this morning for overnight showers, so they're just about ready to get started down in Florida. 2-2 count now on the leadoff hitter, Josh Sanders. Dolan's delivery is a changeup that's a little bit outside, and it's now 3-2. Georgia Southwestern 3-8 overall. Lost its last game on Wednesday as that pitch is called a ball, and Sanders will draw a leadoff walk to start off the inning.
The designated hitter, number 2, Dylan Griffin.
Hurricanes lost 6-1 to Southern Poly on Wednesday. Hurricanes also lost a midweek decision to Albany State on Tuesday, 7-2. Stepping into the batter's box now for the Hurricanes is number 2, Dylan Griffin, serving as the designated hitter today, the 5'8" freshman from right here in Savannah, though he played at South Effingham High School. Looks at a ball and then watches Dolan throw over to first. Griffin 4 for 6, 667 average. This is his 4th game of the season. Fastball outside, and it's 2-0. And Dolan, who has struggled with control a little bit in the early going, has thrown 6 out of 7 pitches outside the zone so far here in the first inning. Pirates in the maroon tops today, with Georgia Southwestern wearing all gray with blue sleeves, blue numbers. That pitch a strike at the knees, and it's 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch bounces in, blocked by Clayton Miller behind the plate, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch hit in the air down the right side. That will hit foul for strike two. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, the full count pitch coming. And it's fouled back to the screen. The runner Sanders not moving on the pitch. Armstrong picked up a 18-7 win over Payne College on Tuesday in its midweek action. 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And Griffin chases the high fastball, and Dolan notches the K for the first out of the inning. That brings up Jared Taylor. Taylor, the senior from Hawkinsville, Georgia, transfer from Darton College. Hitting .263, 10 hits and 38 at-bats, team high 5 doubles. 4 runs batted in for the Hurricanes this season. First pitch from Dolan is right over the plate for a strike. In that game against Payne, the Pirates scored 11 runs over the final 3 innings. It was a 2-run game. As that pitch is inside from Dolan. R.J. Dennard, Tyler Avra, 4 hits apiece. Avra had a pair of doubles, 3 runs batted in. Clayton Miller, 3 for 6 with a pair of RBIs. And Joey Lupus had 2 hits and 3 runs batted in. Pirates had 17 hits as a team in that contest. 1-1 pitch is right over the plate, and Dolan now ahead in the count, 1-2 on Taylor. Sanders leads away from first and elicits a throw from Dolan. Again, Sanders does lead the Hurricanes in steals with 3 as a team. Georgia Southwestern 7 of 11 on stolen base attempts as the 1-2 pitch just misses from Dolan, making it 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch fouled off the screen. Absolutely gorgeous day in Savannah. Probably the best weather day we've had of the new year. Rains came through early yesterday, cleared out by about 3 o'clock. 2-2 pitch, runner goes. It's a fly ball in the right, and this could be a double play. The throw to first is over the outstretched glove of R.J. Dennard from Nathan Ward and right. And Hurricanes stay out of the double play. It was a hit and run, but Sanders able to get back to first. So that's the second out of the inning. And it brings up the leading hitter for the Hurricanes, at least in the early going, Stephen Eldridge. Eldridge hitting .326. 1 home run, 11 runs batted in. He looks at a ball from Dolan. Eldridge is a senior from Columbus, Georgia, and a transfer from Central Alabama Community College. Fastball hit in the air to right. Long run for Ward, and he will not be able to catch up to it. Ward is going to get it in quickly, and we're going to have an RBI double, and Georgia Southwestern is going to take a 1-0 lead. And now, how big is the failure by the Pirates to pick off the runner at first on the fly ball to right? And Georgia Southwestern turns it into a 1-0 lead on the double by Eldridge. On Tuesday against Payne, all 7 runs scored by the Lions came with 2 outs. Last Saturday against GRU Augusta, all 13 runs scored by the Jaguars, and a 13-6 win over the Pirates came with 2 outs. And here, the first run of the game comes with 2 outs. Dolan's first pitch to Josh Tatnall, the junior left fielder, swung on and missed for a strike. Tatnall hitting 182 on the season. Off-speed pitch stays high from Mitchell Dolan, and it's 1-1. Top of the first inning here at Pirate Field, and Georgia Southwestern leads it 1-0 over the Pirates on the 2-out RBI double by Stephen Eldridge. One pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. One 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So Dolan comes back and strikes out Tatnall to end the inning. But Georgia Southwestern strikes first with 1 run. We go to the bottom of the first. Pirates coming about. We move to the bottom of the first inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong will send Matt Wisniewski, Zach Lance, and Clayton Miller to face Matthew Suggs for Georgia Southwestern. Suggs' first pitch to Wisniewski is high for a ball. Batting cleanup today for the Pirates will be R.J. Dennard. Tyler Avera bats 5th. Joey Lupa 6th. Nathan Award 7th. Ryan Patterson will be the designated hitter. He will bat 8th, and Cody Sherlin bats 9th. Facing Suggs. the senior left-hander from Leesburg, Georgia. 0-2 on the season, but a 3.18 earned run average. 17 innings pitched, he's given up just 16 hits. He has walked 8 and struck out 17. The 3-0 pitch here is high, and on 4 pitches, Suggs walks Wisniewski. So a similar start to the bottom of the first that we had in the top of the first, with a walk to the leadoff hitter, and it brings up Zach Lance. As one thing Wisniewski has been able to do this year for the Pirates is get on base. He came in with a .405 on base percentage. He is on first now for Zach Lance, who shows bunt but takes the pitch low for ball 1. Lance, the 6'1 junior from Ringgold, Georgia, hitting .314 with 4 runs batted in on the season. One 0 pitch is bunted. A good push bunt. Suggs will field it and just walk it over to first. That was the only play for Suggs, and the sacrifice is successful, moving Wisniewski to second.
The catcher, number 5, Clayton Miller.
So we'll bring up Clayton Miller with a chance to drive in the first run of the ball game here. Miller hitting .441 with a home run and 11 runs batted in. Those 11 RBIs leads the team. First pitch from Suggs is low for a ball. Miller, the 6'1 senior from Augusta. Swings and fouls off the 1-0 pitch, making it 1-1. Miller chasing some career numbers this season, trying to become the 11th player in Armstrong history with 200 hits. He's about 35 shy of that number. 1-1 pitch. Hit towering fly ball in the air to right. And that will be caught by the right fielder, Zach Moss, for out number 2.
First baseman, number 32, R.J. Dennard.
So we'll take a 2-out hit from R.J. Dennard if the Pirates want to match the single run put up by the Hurricanes in the top of the first. Dennard is the second leading hitter on the team this season for the Pirates, .471 average, a homer, 9 runs batted in. Breaking ball from Suggs nips the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Dennard, the lefty, facing the lefty Suggs. Swings and hits this one to second, backhanded, and a tough play for the second baseman, Gabe Selichan, and Selichan is going to commit the error, allowing Dennard to reach, and it puts runners at first and third for Tyler Avera. Suggs' first pitch to Avera, low for a ball. Tyler Avera, 5'9 junior from Baxley, Georgia, transfer from Georgia Southern, hitting .351 with 3 doubles and 9 runs batted in. Next pitch to him is a strike at the knees. Suggs looks Dennard back at first. Now delivers to the plate, and it's popped foul behind the Georgia Southwestern dugout for a 1-2 count. One-two pitch, called strike 3, and Avera out on strikes, and that ends the inning. Pirates put 2 on But Georgia Southwestern gets out of the jam. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 Hurricanes. We move to the top of the second inning here at the Armstrong baseball doubleheader between the Pirates and the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. First pitch from Mitchell Dolan to Zach Moss. The right fielder is high for a ball. Zach Moss is a senior as he pops this one foul towards the first base fence. That hits for a foul ball. 5'10" from Fortson, Georgia. Harris County High School product. 1-1 pitch. Popped up again. And again, this one will hit foul for strike two. Moss, 9 hits and 41 at-bats. 3 doubles, 4 runs batted in. That's a .220 average for the senior. 1-2 delivery from Dolan is low for ball 2. Last night at the Armstrong Center, we had the 2014 Armstrong Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. As there's a shot up the middle. Avra smothers it, throws on to first, and it's not in time. That's going to be an infield hit, but still a nice play by Tyler Avra to even have a chance to get Moss at first. So that will bring up Neil Chambliss, the catcher, senior from Hamilton, Georgia, hitting 162 with a pair of doubles on the season. Last night, 5 new inductees into the Hall of Fame were announced as there is a bunt to the pitcher Dolan. Only play will be to first, so Chambliss's sacrifice is successful. And that moves Moss into scoring position.
Second baseman, number 10, Gabe Selichan.
And it brings up Gabe Selichan, the second baseman. Selichan, a freshman from Tampa, Florida. Hitting 167, just his 5th game of the season. Looks at a first pitch strike from Dolan. Among the inductees into the Armstrong Athletic Hall of Fame from this year, former baseball standout Chris Millicitz, who played 1992-93 and was the team captain of the 93 squad that won the Peach Belt Conference regular season title. And his place in history in Armstrong athletics was that he was the first academic All-American for Armstrong, awarded by Capital One and COSIDA. He was a third-team catcher back in 1993. Dolan's 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and so Dolan strikes out Selichan. So that's the second out of the inning, and it brings up Devin Newberry, the center fielder. Newberry, 5'10 sophomore from Thomasville, Georgia. Hitting 176 on the season. First pitch is low and inside. Runner on second, 2 down. We're in the top of the second, and Georgia Southwestern leads 1-0. One-0 pitch. That is a strike from Dolan, and it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Mitchell Dolan from the stretch and the pitch. Swing and looped foul down the right side. And it's 1-2. The other inductees into the Armstrong Athletic Hall of Fame, women's basketball standout Kenitha Grant, volleyball standout Sophie Vesterblom, women's tennis player Lita Muller-Wellau, administrator, former athletic director Dr. Eddie Anspacher, and the service citation honoree was Dr. Michael Larsey. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the count on Newberry. The 2-2 pitch, high for ball 3. So the payoff pitch coming from Mitchell Dolan to Devin Newberry is outside, ball 4. Second walk of the game for Dolan, as he was ahead 1-2 on Newberry and lost him, and it brings up Josh Sanders, who is the other Hurricane batter who has drawn a walk from Dolan. Sanders walked and scored in the first. First pitch is lifted in the air to right. Nathan Ward, drifting back, will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Hurricanes put 2 on, but Dolan strands, and we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Georgia Southwestern.
Pirates, center fielder number 2, Joey Lupus.
Joey Lupus leads off the bottom of the second inning for the Pirates. He'll be followed by Nathan Ward and Ryan Patterson as Suggs delivers a first pitch strike to the Pirates center fielder. Lupus from right here in Savannah, junior Calvary Day School product. Looks at a pitch low for a ball. Lupus hitting .257 in his first year as a starter for the Pirates. Fastball strike called at the knees, and it's now 1-2 on the lefty hitting Lupus. And the 1-2 pitch sails high and in for a ball. Swinging a little grounder up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. And Joey Lupus leads off the bottom of the second inning with a single. First hit of the game for the Pirates against Suggs. And it brings up number 24, Nathan Ward, playing right field today, hitting against the lefty Suggs. Ward got the start on Tuesday against Payne on the mound. It was his first collegiate start for the Pirates, and he threw 3 innings of 1-run ball. As he bunts this to the pitcher Suggs, Suggs will throw on to first, and Ward will deliver the sacrifice to move Lupus into scoring position. Pirates playing a little small ball today. That's already 2 sacrifices for the Pirates in 2 innings, and it puts Lupus in scoring position for Ryan Patterson. Patterson, the Peach Belt Conference's freshman of the week, hitting a team best .474 on the season. Looks at a breaking ball strike from Suggs. And it's 0-1. Patterson, 5'11" out of Snellville, Georgia. Hit .556 in the Pirates weekend series against GRU Augusta last weekend to earn the freshman honor. He grounds this one off the mound and into center field for a base hit. Rounding third is Lupus. Throw the plate is a good one, but it's up the line. And Lupus will score on the RBI single by Ryan Patterson, and we're tied at 1. That ball kicked off the mound and then took a hard hop off the infield dirt that surprised the shortstop, Josh Sanders. Sanders could have made a sideways stab at it, but it kicked over his glove into center field. And so now with the score tied at 1, Cody Sherlin will bat, the 9-hole hitter for the Pirates. Sherlin hitting .179, fouls off the first pitch from Suggs for strike 1. Sherlin had a big hit in last Saturday's second game against GRU Augusta. He had a bases-clearing double in the Pirates' 12-3 win over the Jaguars. Runner goes in the pitch. It's a hit and run, and Sherlin fouls off the pitch. And it's 0-2. So 2 hits in the inning for the Pirates, 1 run in. Throw over to first, but Patterson back to the bag. Sherlin, the sophomore from Ringgold, Georgia. All-region Gold Glove second baseman a year ago as a true freshman. .02 pitch. That's shot up the middle for a base hit. Patterson will stop at second, so the Pirates with 3 hits in the inning against Suggs. And it brings up Matt Wisniewski. Wisniewski drew a walk from Suggs in the first inning. Made it all the way to third, but was stranded there. Wisniewski came into today hitting .214, but as we said, has a .405 on base percentage, as that pitch is a strike to the lefty hitting junior from Deltona, Florida. The walk drawn by Wisniewski was his team leading 8th of the season. As that pitch is a strike again, and Suggs working down in the zone on Wisniewski. Gets ahead of him 0-2. Patterson on at second, Sherlin on at first. Bluff throw to second. Will will chase the runners back to the bag. But now the 0-2 delivery to Wisniewski down low for ball one. Didn't miss by much. So now the 1-2 pitch hit in the air to right. This one is carrying, and this one is up against the fence. And they're going to have to, they've got runners hung up. Patterson was held up between second and third, but Sherlin was going the entire way. And when they put the brake sign on Patterson rounding third, Sherlin had to scamper back to second. The throw came all the way through the catcher. If that throw gets cut and there's someone covering second, Sherlin is a dead duck at second. So it goes in the books as a long single to the fence, and the bases are now loaded for Zach Lance, who looks at a pitch high for ball one. Bases full. That's one of the situations where if there were 2 outs in the inning, the Pirates would have scored 1, maybe 2, because the runners would have been going on contact. But with 1 out, the lead runner, Patterson, had to wait as the pitch to Lance is low. It's 2-1 count now on the Pirates' third baseman. So back-to-back-to-back singles for the Pirates have the bases full. The 2-1 pitch to Lance, that's hit in the air to right. We'll see if this is deep enough to score the runner from third. And the runner's going to go. The throw is up the line, and the sacrifice fly will give the Pirates the lead 2-1. Patterson waited to see how hard the throw was coming in from right, and when it looked like it wasn't good enough, he took off for home and scored. And Sherlin alertly moved up to third. So the Pirates have runners at the corners for Clayton Miller. And now you've got pretty good speed on the base pass with Sherlin at third, Wisniewski at first. So Suggs throws over to first to try and shorten Wisniewski's lead. He's got a pretty good lead against the lefty. Another throw is in the dirt, and close play. And a nice job by the first baseman, Taylor, coming off the bag, though, to pick off the ball in the dirt. First pitch to Clayton Miller is right over the plate for a strike. 2-1, Armstrong leads. We're in the bottom of the second. 2 runs on 4 hits in the inning for the Pirates. Throw to first again. And the next pitch to Clayton Miller is high for a ball. Miller flew out to right his first time up. The preseason All Peach Belt Conference catcher. Hits a grounder to third. They'll go for the shore out at first, and that will retire the sign. But the Pirates plate 2 and take a 2-1 lead as we head to the top of the third. We move to the top of the third inning here at Pirate Field. Dylan Griffin, the designated hitter, will lead things off for the Hurricanes. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Hurricanes through 2. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors for the Pirates. Dolan's first pitch to Griffin is high for a ball. Dylan Griffin, the local product from South Effingham High School, looks at a couple pitches outside the strike zone from Dolan. Pirates historically with some South Effingham High School standouts on the roster the last few years, as that pitch is fouled off. The 2-1 delivery is low, and it's 3-1. Among those South Effingham standouts is P announcer Cortland Hendricks here in the press box today. Line shot up the middle, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And Griffin is on with a single to center. Leadoff runner has gotten on in each of the 3 innings for Georgia Southwestern in the game. And it brings up the first baseman, Jared Taylor. Saw another South Effingham product around today, Jesse Osborne, in the house today at Pirate Field, watching the Pirates take on Georgia Southwestern, as the first pitch from Dolan to Taylor is high for a ball. Jared Taylor flew out to right his first time up. Dolan's next pitch, high again, and it's 2-0. And Clayton Miller heads out to talk things over with Dolan briefly. Tonight, the Armstrong basketball teams take on USC Aiken at Alumni Arena. Homecoming 2014. The Armstrong women riding an 8-game win streak, the longest for Pirate women's basketball since 2003-2004. 2-0 pitch, that is a strike. And it's 2-1. Armstrong has clinched the Peach Belt East Division. They're now in a race for the overall Peach Belt Conference regular season title, which would be their first since 02-03. Swing and a miss on the good pitch from Dolan, and it's now 2-2. Women's basketball in Armstrong has won the league just once, that 2002-2003 season, in which the Pirates tied for the regular season title and then won the Peach Belt Conference tournament. One good bit of news the Pirates received this week is that Armstrong women's basketball is ranked 7th in the first region rankings, determining who advances to the NCAA postseason. Pirates have not made the postseason since 03-04, as that pitch is called strike 3 on the inside corner, and Dolan strikes out Taylor for his 4th strikeout of the game. And with 1 down, it brings up Stephen Eldridge. Eldridge hit a 2-out RBI double in the first to drive in the Canes' only run. That double was the 4th of the season for Eldridge, and the RBI the team leading 12th. For the senior, first pitch is a check swing called strike, and it's 0-1. Georgia Southwestern, again, as we said, 3-8 overall, as that pitch is fouled back. Opened up the season at the Valdosta State Invitational, winning a 5-2 game over Truett McConnell. Also won 12-7 over Auburn Montgomery. But the Hurricanes lost to host Valdosta State 14-5. The 0-2 pitch is high for a ball, and it's now 1-2. 1-2 delivery coming from Dolan to Eldridge, off speed pitch, and that's popped foul. The Hurricanes then lost 3 games at West Alabama. In that series, West Alabama scored exactly 6 runs in all 3 wins over the Hurricanes. One-two pitch well outside. Tried to get Eldridge to chase one, and the count is now 2-2. Two-two pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And Dolan, after giving up the leadoff single to Dylan Griffin, comes back and gets Taylor and Eldridge on strikeouts. And that brings up Josh Tatnall. The Hurricanes' left fielder was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Junior from Newark, Delaware, a transfer from Cecil College. And I have to admit, I've never heard of Cecil College.
I have. It's right outside of Aberdeen.
Okay, right outside of Maryland. Thank you, Jimmy Coughlin. Next pitch is a strike. Is it a 2-year or 4-year? 2-year, okay.
Yeah, I played with a guy in the summer that went to there.
So 1 ball, 1 strike on Tatnall. Dolan gives a glance over to Griffin at first, delivers a pitch that's on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Dolan's starting to hit his spots now after a little bit of wildness in the first inning. The 1-2 delivery, foul tipped, and off of Miller's throwing hand. We'll take a quicker walk around to shake it off. That'd be a bad idea. Catcher just gets hit by a foul ball. You got a 1-2 count. Send the runner. See what happens. Though Griffin is listed as a catcher, so not sure what the speed is like on first. And now it looks like Miller is going to get looked at by the Armstrong training staff. Looks like they might have to work on his thumb. It's possible it's bleeding. They're just trying to stop the bleeding to allow play to continue. Maybe got the nail a little bit. So we got an official timeout here with the training staff looking at Clayton Miller here. Head coach Calvin Culberson overseeing the proceedings as well. Doug Harger is the trainer here today for Armstrong. Remind you, we'll be back with you here tomorrow at Pirate Field for the final game of this 3-game series between the Pirates and the Hurricanes. 1 p.m. first pitch to wrap up the league series. Then the Pirates hit the road for the next 2 weekends of action. The Pirates will be at Columbus State on March 1st and 2nd, and then at USC Aiken on March 7th and 8th before we get a little break in Peach Belt play and we host a couple of South Atlantic Conference teams, Wingate and Lincoln Memorial. And they'll give Clayton Miller a couple of warm-up tosses here to make sure he's okay. First throw back to the pitcher wasn't exactly humming it, but that one looks a little bit better. And we should be good to go. So it is a 1-2 count on Josh Tatnall. Again, with Dylan Griffin on at first, 2 down in the inning. The pitch from Dolan, runner does not go, and it's fouled off back to the screen. One-two pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So Dolan strikes out the side after giving the leadoff single to Griffin. We head to the bottom of the third, 2-1 Pirates. We move to the bottom of the third inning. R.J. Dennard leads things off for the Pirates. He'll be followed by Tyler Aver and Joey Lupus as the Pirates lead at 2-1. Pirates with 2 runs on 4 hits in the second inning, and now Dennard will face Suggs, and he hits a towering drive to right. This one is carrying, and this one is gone. R.J. Dennard with his second home run of the season, and the Pirates take a 3-1 lead. R.J. Dennard with his second home run, third home run hit by the Pirates this season, and the third home run given up by Georgia Southwestern pitching. That's the first home run given up by Suggs, and now Tyler Aver bats, and he looks at a pitch low for ball 1. Aver struck out looking. He hits a shot into right center field. This is going to get into the gap. And Avera will pull up into second base with a double. And the Pirates have their hitting shoes on here today as they have 6 hits off of Suggs here in the last inning plus.
Center fielder, number 2, Joey Lupus.
And it brings up Joey Lupus, who singled and scored in the second. Aver leads away from second. Lupus shows bunt and offers at the pitch, but it's a good breaking ball from Suggs, and it's a strike to the Pirates center fielder. Again, Lupus shows bunt and fouls it off, and Lupus slams the bat on the ground in frustration. So with 2 strikes, we will see if the bunt sign is still on for Lupus. Lupus shows bunt and bunts it down the third base line. This is a great bunt. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, so the error on the throw by Suggs allows Lupus to reach. Still credit him with a sacrifice, however, and there's now runners at the corners with nobody out for Ryan Patterson.
Right fielder, number 24.
Or excuse me, Nathan Ward. And we're going to get a visit to the mound here from Georgia Southwestern. So we'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. Being on the mound is done, and now Nathan Ward will bat. Ward executes a successful sacrifice his first time up. He looks at a letter-high strike from Suggs. And it's 0-1. The pitcher warming up in the bullpen for Georgia Southwestern is freshman right-hander Justin Barnes, as picked off at first is Lupus by Suggs. And Lupus obviously doesn't agree with the call. He was talking to the bases umpire. But that is the first out of the inning. And now Ward will bat against a drawn-in infield, and he swings and misses at a pitch low in the zone. And it's 0-2. So Avra at third. Now 1 out in the inning. And the 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Chambliss for ball 1. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Ward is out on strikes. So instead of having runners at the corners with nobody out, the pickoff and the strikeout means that there are 2 down in the inning. And Ryan Patterson will step to the plate, the designated hitter in the game today. Hits this one right to the shortstop, caught by Sanders, and a golden opportunity to pad the lead goes by the wayside. The Pirates do get the solo home run by R.J. Dennard. We go to the top of the fourth, 3-1, Pirates lead. We move to the top of the fourth inning here at Pirate Field. It'll be Zach Moss, Neil Chambliss, and Gabe Selichan to face Mitchell Dolan in the fourth. Moss shows bunt, offers at the pitch, does not connect, and it's strike 1. Moss singled in the second inning, but was stranded at second by Dolan and the Pirates. 0-1 pitch, grounded to short. That's going to get through and into left field. So for the fourth straight inning, the Hurricanes have the leadoff runner on. And it's the second time that Moss has led off the inning with a single. And it brings up the catcher, Neil Chambliss.
The catcher, number 11, Neil Chambliss.
Chambliss executes a successful sacrifice his first time up. We'll see if that holds true in this at-bat as well. First pitch from Dolan is upstairs. Chambliss did not show bunt, and it's 1-0. Neil Chambliss, the senior from Hamilton, Georgia, transfer from Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Runner goes in the pitch. It's a hit and run, and Chambliss fouls it off for strike 1. Little flip throw to first by Dolan, chasing Moss back to the bag. One fastball outside from Dolan, and it's 2-1. Armstrong leads game one of a Peach Belt Conference doubleheader here at Pirate Field. Runner goes, again a hit and run, and again the pitch fouled off, this time down the right side. And it's 2-2. Two pitch popped foul. Chambliss swings to protect the outside corner when the 2-strike count. Two pitch hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So back-to-back singles for the Hurricanes. Have the tying runs on base for Gabe Selichan, the second baseman. And you have to think Selichan will have the bunt sign here for Georgia Southwestern. Selichan was a strikeout victim of Dolan in the second inning. Corners are in for the Pirates. Selichan shows bunt and pops it foul for strike one. Last year, the Pirates traveled to Americus for the league series with the Hurricanes, but only played 2 of 3. The first game of the series was rained out, and the two teams split a doubleheader. Armstrong won game 1 6-3. Georgia Southwestern won game 2 9-0. The 0-1 pitch bunted to third. Lance will throw on to first, and it's in time, so the sacrifice successful. And Selichan moves the runners over.
Center fielder number 1, Devin Newberry.
So this will bring up Devin Newberry, the center fielder. He walked against Dolan in the second. First pitch to him is grounded to second. Sherlin will throw to first to record the out, but the runner from third scores. It's an RBI ground out, and it's now 3-2.
Shortstop number 20, Josh Sanders.
And that'll bring up Josh Sanders, who flied out to right his last time up. He walked his first time up, so he is 0 for 1 officially today. Bunt to first, and there's nobody covering, and that will be a infield bunt RBI single for Sanders, and we are tied at 3.
The designated hitter number 2, Dylan Griffin.
So 3 runs, 6 hits now for both teams as Dylan Griffin will bat. Griffin 1 for 2 with a single in his last at-bat. First pitch to him is a strike. So when R.J. Dennard hit a leadoff solo home run in the bottom of the third and the Pirates got 2 runners on with nobody out, it looked like the Pirates were going to get out to a big lead. but a pickoff, a strikeout, as that pitch gets past Miller. And moves the runner over to second. Pirates did not score after the Dennard home run, and then in this inning, an RBI ground out, an RBI bunt single, and now the go-ahead run is on at second, and it's a 1-1 count on Griffin. And the 1-1 pitch is high for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch, a little bit low, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 delivery from Dolan is hit into right. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third is Sanders. The throw of the plate is a good one, but it's not in time, and Georgia Southwestern takes a 4-3 lead. There is activity in the Armstrong bullpen as Tyler Green is warming up. 3 runs in the inning. And head coach Calvin Culberson is heading out to the mound to talk things over with Dolan. So we'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. Three runs in the inning for Georgia Southwestern. And now Jared Taylor bats with a runner on first. Still 2 down in the inning, as the last 2 runs have been scored with 2 outs. 3 of the 4 runs scored by the Hurricanes have come with 2 outs. And Taylor looks to pitch high and outside for ball 1. Taylor flew out in the first, struck out in the third. Swinging a foul back to the screen, and it's now 1-1. One ball, one strike. Off-speed pitch is called a strike, and it's now 1-2. That one was in the dirt. But showing bunt was Taylor. Not sure if they called the pitch for a strike or called the offer by Taylor, but it is now a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 pitch well high for a ball, making it 2-2. Swinging a fly ball into center field. Lupa's drifting back, makes the running catch, and that retires the side. But Georgia Southwestern retakes the lead with 3 runs in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-3 Hurricanes. Cody Sherlin leads off the bottom of the fourth inning. For the Pirates will be followed by Matt Wisniewski and Zach Lance as Sherlin swings and misses at the first pitch. Then shows bunt and takes a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 on the Pirates' second baseman. Oh, 2 pitch well high for a ball. One-two pitch golfed into center field, but drifting back and making the catch is Newberry for out number one.
Left fielder number 21, Matt Wisniewski.
That brings us back to the top of the order for the Pirates. Matt Wisniewski looks at a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Wisniewski has been on base twice today for the Pirates with a walk and a single. Next pitch low for a ball. Suggs now working quickly. Seems to be energized by the 3 runs put up by his teammates in the top half of the inning, as that pitch is well high for a ball. Finds himself pitching with a lead for the second time in this game. Georgia Southwestern scored the first run of the ball game, as that one is fouled off the bat of Wisniewski. In the top of the first, Armstrong answered with 2 in the second, 1 in the third, but then the Hurricanes put up 3 in the top of the fourth. 2-2 pitch fouled out of the glove of the catcher, Chambliss. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is low, and the count runs full. Three-two pitch swung on and missed, strike 3, and quickly 2 down for the Pirates here in the fourth as Zach Lance comes to the plate.
Third baseman number 4, Zach Lance.
Lance looks at a strike. Officially without an at-bat in this game. He has a sacrifice as well as a sacrifice fly. And he quickly falls behind in the count. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch down and away for a ball. Swinging a little topper towards Brian English, the assistant coach, manning first base coaching box today. Actually, no, it's Chris Bass. I apologize. Brian English is on third today, as that pitch is low, and the entire Hurricane team thought it was strike 3. Swinging a grounder to third. Throw on to first in time by Stephen Eldridge, and 3 up, 3 down go the Pirates. We are through 4 here at Pirate Field. 4-3 Georgia Southwestern.
third baseman, number 26, Stephen Eldridge.
Stephen Eldridge leads off the top of the fifth inning for Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes, leading it here in game one. A little grounder to second. Sherlin up with it on two bounces, throws over to first, and there's one away. Four runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for Georgia Southwestern. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Hurricanes as Josh Tatnell comes to the plate. He has struck out twice against Dolan. First pitch is low for a ball. One pitch hit in the air to right. This will hang up for Ward as he drifts over towards the line and makes the catch for out number 2.
Right fielder, number 15, Zach Moss.
So 2 down now for Zach Moss, the right fielder. Moss looks at a strike from Dolan. Moss has collected a pair of singles and scored a run. That came in the fourth inning, the 3-run fourth inning. Off-speed pitch from Dolan, low for ball 1. Mitchell Dolan in his second year with the Pirates. Transfer from Lake Sumter Community College. Also the junior college of Wisniewski, the Pirates left fielder, and Ethan Bader, who we expect to see in the second game over a doubleheader today. 2-1 the count on Dolan to Moss. And the next pitch is a strike, making it 2-2. So the 2-2 delivery fouled back out of play. Swinging a foul again. Moss just got a piece of the pitch. And the 2-2 off-speed pitch drops it low for ball 3. So the payoff pitch from Mitchell Dolan. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Moss strikes out. And 3 up, 3 down go the Hurricanes. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-3, Georgia Southwestern with the lead. Clayton Miller leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Pirates. Will be followed by R.J. Dennard and Tyler Avera as the first pitch from Matthew Suggs, the lefty for the Hurricanes, is low for a ball. Suggs and Dolan matched up last year in the second game of the series with the Hurricanes. Suggs went the distance through a 7-inning shutout, or 7-hit shutout, struck out 6. Dolan lasted an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 hits and 2 unearned runs, walked 1, and struck out 3, facing only 9 batters. As there's a shot into the shortstop's glove, and that's going to be a infield single for Clayton Miller. It was a nice play by Sanders to keep that ball from going into the outfield, but Pirates have the tying run on to lead off the inning.
First baseman number 32, R.J. Dennard.
And it brings up R.J. Dennard, who hit a towering home run to right. His last time up, he is 1 for 2 in the game with that RBI. Hits now even at 7 between the two teams. Suggs' first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Both of these pitchers, Dolan and Suggs, trying to win their first game of the season, both coming in with 0-2 records as that pitch is a strike. Oh, 2 pitch outside. Nice spot for Suggs, but it makes the count 1-2. Swinging a fly ball into foul territory and trying to make the leaping or the diving grab is the right fielder Moss, but can't come up with it. Keeps the count 1-2. About a half hour away from Armstrong softball, hosting Queens, University of Charlotte in a doubleheader. The Pirates, ranked 5th in the country, remained 5th in the first regular season poll, but picked up a first-place vote. The Pirates had a good weekend last weekend, winning all 4 games, taking 2 from St. Leo and 2 from Mars Hill. Sophomore catcher Haley Ellis was named the Peach Belt Conference's Player of the Week, and junior pitcher Olivia McLemore was named the Peach Belt's Pitcher of the Week. Another pop-up, this time foul territory over towards the Armstrong dugout, but that's going to hit on the dugout. Pirates will host Queens today and then travel to Spartanburg for tournament action next weekend. Runner goes on the 1-2 pitch. It's a hit and run, and that one is into left field, and it's not caught by the left fielder. Throw to second, not in time. And so the error on the left fielder, Josh Tatnell, puts runners on first and second with nobody out for Tyler Avera.
Shortstop, number 27, Tyler Avera.
Tyler Avera tries to bunt the first pitch from Matthew Suggs. It was an inside pitch, a little bit of an inside-out bunt attempt, fouled off back to the screen for strike 1. Avera is 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. Struck out his first at-bat, but obviously looking to move the runners over as that pitch is offered at by Avera, and it's a strike, making it 0-2. Clayton Miller is the tying run. He is on at second. R.J. Dennard represents the go-ahead run. He is on first, and Averill will talk things over with assistant coach Brian English. The 0-2 pitch coming from Suggs, and it's low for ball one. Averill showed bunt, but that pitch was in the dirt. One-two pitch. And they say that he offered at the pitch that hit him on the foot. So out on strikes, trying to bunt is Averill for the first out of the inning, and it brings up Joey Lupus.
Up about the Pirates, center fielder number 2, Joey Lupus.
That goes down in the books as Suggs' 4th strikeout of the game. And now Lupus bats. He tried to bunt the runners over his last time up and reached on a throwing error by the pitcher, Suggs. Still got credit for the sacrifice, so officially he's 1 for 1. He singled in the 2nd inning for the Pirates. 2 runners on, 1 out, and that pitch is high for ball 2. Miller started off the inning with a single to short. Dennard reached on the dropped fly ball by the left fielder as that pitch is a strike at the knees. If the left fielder, Tatnall, makes that play in left, he would have had a golden chance to double off Miller at first. So similar to what happened to the Pirates in the top of the 1st inning. Armstrong had a fly ball to right where the runner was moving on the pitch. Nathan Ward's throw to first was over the glove of Dennard, and that run ended up scoring on the RBI double by Eldridge. Three-one pitch well high, and Lupus walks to load the bases, and that brings up Nathan Ward, who was in a similar position his last time up. Pirates had runners on 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Lupus was picked off, then Ward struck out, and then Ryan Patterson lined out to short to end the inning. Now Ward just trying to get the ball in the outfield and bring the tying run home, and the swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, taken for a ball. And it's now 1-1. Bases full of Pirates. Clayton Miller at 3rd, R.J. Dennard at 2nd, Joey Lupus at 1st. The 1-1 pitch grounded to 3rd. That is a fair ball. Steps on 3rd, throws to 1st. It's a 5-3 double play, and that ends the inning. So we are through 5 here at Pirate Field. Georgia Southwestern leads at 4-3.
Leading off the top of the sixth, the catcher, number 11, Neil Chambliss.
Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. We move to the top of the sixth inning. Bottom third of the order for the Hurricanes facing Mitchell Dolan as Neil Chambliss grounds the first pitch to second. Sherlin up with it quickly. Throws on to first for out number 1.
Second baseman, number 10, Gabe Selichan.
That brings up Gabe Selichan, the freshman from Tampa. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. First pitch to him is low and in for a ball. One 0 pitch, that is high, and it's now 2-0. 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for Georgia Southwestern. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. And it's 2-1. Fastball strike at the letters. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Selichan out on strikes. Mitchell Dolan now with 8 strikeouts through 5 2/3 innings. And with 2 down, it brings up Devin Newberry. Newberry is 0 for 1, but drove in a run his last time up with an RBI groundout. First pitch to him is well high for a ball. One 0 pitch, that is a strike at the knees. And it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch high for ball 2. Top of the 6th inning, first of 2 from here at Pirate Field. Swing and a shot into right field, and that's going to be a base hit. So Newberry picks up his first hit of the game, and it brings up Josh Sanders. Who drove in what now is the tying run, or what then was the tying run, on a bunt RBI single his last time up. He has been on base twice. He has scored 2 runs. And the throw down to second is not in time for Newberry, who steals second. Devin Newberry, that's his first stolen base of the season, and he is now in scoring position as Georgia Southwestern looks to tack on an insurance run here in the 6th. And it looks like this may be it for Dolan as head coach Calvin Culberson heads out to the mound. We'll take a short break and come back here listening to Pirate Baseball. So Dolan will stay in to face Sanders. And it looked like the conversation from here was more about him not holding Newberry, the runner, or even paying attention to him because Newberry was off with the first pitch, stealing second. And the next pitch from Dolan is down in the dirt for ball 2 to Josh Sanders. Again, Sanders 1 for 2 with an RBI in this game. The 2-0 delivery. And time called right as Dolan was delivering the pitch to the plate. So that pitch will not count. The 2-0 pitch is called a ball, and it's 3-0. Pitch hit in the air to right. That's curving, though, and that will hit foul for strike 1. So Sanders swinging on a 3-0 count fouls it off. It's now 3-1. The 3-1 pitch drops in for a strike, and it's now 3-2. Sanders thought he had his second walk of the game. So now the payoff pitch from Dolan popped up in the infield. And R.J. Dennard drifts back on the outfield grass and makes the catch with his back to home plate, and that ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 4-3 Georgia Southwestern. Ryan Patterson leads off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 6th inning and hits one into right field. This is going to be a base hit, so the freshman continues his hot start to the season, picking up his second base hit of the game. He is 2 for 3, and even the out was a hard hit ball. It just happened to be right at the shortstop. So the Pirates have the tying run on for Cody Sherlin. Sherlin is 1 for 2 with a single. Runner goes in the first pitch. It's a hit and run. And Patterson didn't recognize it, so he stops at second. And Patterson should have had third on the hit and run, but it gives the Pirates runners at first and second with nobody out because the ball hit by Sherlin went right to where the second baseman vacated when Selichan went to cover the bag. And now we've got a meeting on the mound for Georgia Southwestern, so we'll step away for a moment, come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. So meeting on the mound is done for Georgia Southwestern. There is a pitcher warming up quickly in the bullpen for the Hurricanes, and it is right-hander Cody Graham. But Matt Wisniewski bats here for the Pirates. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Pickoff throw to second is not in time. Suggs already has a pickoff in this game. That was picking off Lupus at first back in the third inning. Wisniewski bunts it to third. Only play will be to first. And the sacrifice is successful. But Wisniewski moves the runners over. Patterson at third and Sherlin at second.
Third baseman number 4, Zach Lance.
And once again, the Pirates have a chance to tie the game with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. As Lance comes to the plate. First pitch to him is a strike. Lance drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the second inning. Officially, he's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Next pitch, foul tipped into the glove of the catcher Chambliss, and Lance now down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Suggs down in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Patterson at third, Sherlin at second. The 1-2 pitch to Lance is low, and it's 2-2. And Suggs working outside on Lance, trying to get him to swing at a pitch outside the strike zone. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3.
Up and back for the Pirates, the catcher, number 5, Clayton Miller.
Third straight inning in which the Pirates had the tying run on third and less than 2 outs and have been unable to bring that run home. And now Clayton Miller bats. Miller singled his last time up. He is 1 for 3 in this game. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Next pitch is hit deep in the air to center field, but not deep enough. Newberry will drift back, make the catch, and that retires the side. We go to the 7th. Georgia Southwestern leading it 4-3. We move to the top of the 7th inning, and the Pirates have made the move to the bullpen. As Justin Atkins, the 6-foot junior from Dublin, Georgia, will come in relief of Mitchell Dolan.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 14.
Dolan threw 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 8. But he is in line to take the loss as the Pirates trail 4-3. And Atkins will face the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the order for the Hurricanes. As Dylan Griffin comes to the plate, he is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Atkins making his 5th appearance of the season for the Pirates. Starts off Griffin with a strike. Atkins, no record of 4.66 earned run average. He's pitched 9 2/3 innings, given up 13 hits. He has walked 2, struck out 10. As that pitch is letter high for a strike. And Atkins gets ahead quickly of Griffin, 0-2. 0-2 pitch bounces in for a ball. And the 1-2 pitch is popped up, very shallow right field. Cody Sherlin on the outfield grass will make the grab for out number 1. So that brings up Jared Taylor. Taylor 0 for 3 with a couple of flyouts and a strikeout. The senior from Hawkinsville, Georgia, transfer from Darton College. Looks at a pitch, low for ball 1 from Atkins. And the next pitch is inside, on the inside corner for strike 1. Armstrong women's tennis takes all 3 doubles from St. Leo today down in Florida. Leads 3-0 with singles play just about to begin. One-two pitch bounces in front of the plate for ball 2. Tomorrow is the big showdown for tennis as at the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Armstrong and Barry will play a dual match. Armstrong women, number 1. Barry, number 3. Armstrong men, number 2. Barry, number 1. Ground ball to short. Avera handcuffed on the play, just keeps it from going into left field, but that'll be an infield single for Taylor. And the Hurricanes have a 1-out base runner for Stephen Eldridge. Eldridge is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. First pitch from Atkins gets away from Miller as it bounces in the dirt, and Taylor moves over to second on the wild pitch. No pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. 9 hits in the game for both teams. Georgia Southwestern has committed 3 errors in the game, but none of those 3 errors have directly resulted in a run for the Pirates. 1-1 pitch from Atkins in the dirt, but this time blocked by Miller, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and they're going to now intentionally walk Eldridge, put him on first, set up possibly an inning-ending double play, but more importantly, you don't want to give the best hitter for the Hurricanes a good pitch to hit to try and drive in a run, and we're going to have, I believe, a pinch hitter here for Georgia Southwestern, number 23. Evan Alderman is going to come in and bat in place of Josh Tatnell.
Pitch hitting for the Canes, number 23, Evan Alderman.
Alderman, a 6'1" freshman lefty from Oxford, Georgia. Two for 8 on the young season for the Hurricanes. And Atkins' first pitch to him is inside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Justin Atkins' pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1-1. We're in the top of the 7th. Georgia Southwestern 1 run in the first, 3 in the 4th. Pirates with 2 runs in the second, 1 in the third. But the Pirates have had several golden opportunities to try and tie this ball game up in the last 3 innings. 1-1 pitch bounces in the dirt, blocked by Miller. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch, inside out swing, fouled off to the screen, and it's 2-2 on the pinch hitter, Alderman. Two-two pitch outside, and the count now runs full. And the 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for Zach Moss, who is 2 for 3 in this game.
Right fielder, number 15, Zach Moss.
First pitch is a ground ball foul down the third base side for strike 1. Moss singled to lead off the second, but was stranded. Singled to lead off the fourth and scored on the RBI groundout by Devin Newberry. He then struck out in the 5th, so he has 2 for 3 in this game. The 0-1 pitch from Atkins is high for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Lil Looper to short, and Sherlin will be on the outfield grass. He will make the catch for out number 2. So a big out there for the Pirates with the bases full and only 1 out. Moss retired on the pop-up, and now Neil Chambliss will bat. Chambliss is 1 for 2. had a successful sacrifice in the second, singled and scored in the fourth, and grounded out to second base in the sixth. Adkins' first pitch is low for ball one. One 0 pitch popped up down the right side. That's going to curl foul for strike one. One ball, one strike. The pitch from Atkins is inside, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch is high, and now Atkins in a tough spot. With a 3-1 count, you got to think Chambliss is going to get a pretty good pitch to hit here. The pitch from Atkins hit in the air to right. Nathan Ward drifts over towards the line. He'll make the catch in foul territory, and that will end the threat. So Georgia Southwestern loads the bases in the top of the seventh. Pirates get out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the seventh. It's a seventh inning stretch. Stand up wherever you are. Pirates need one. We move to the bottom of the seventh inning. Defensive changes for the Hurricanes. Evan Alderman, who pinch hit in the top half of the inning, will stay in the game and play right field. Zach Moss will move from right to left. And Matthew Stuggs starts off R.J. Dennard with a strike. Dennard has driven in a run with a home run. He has also reached on a pair of errors. And it's now a 1-2 count on Dennard. Dennard reached on an error by the second baseman, Selichan, in the first. Pops this one up into very shallow left field, and Moss will make the grab for out number one.
Shortstop number 27, Tyler Avera.
That brings up Tyler Avera. who has struck out twice and also doubled. First pitch to him is low for a ball. 28, Cody Graham continues to warm in the Georgia Southwestern bullpen as this one is hit into left center field. Again, Moss on the run makes the grab for out number 2.
Number 2, the center fielder, Joey Lupus.
Joey Lupus will step to the plate now. Lupus has been on base 3 times in this game as he looks at a first pitch strike from Suggs. Singled in the second, reached on an error on a bunt attempt in the third, and then drew a walk in the 5th. And Lupus looks at 3 straight strikes, and the Pirates are down in order for the first time in this game, and we are through 7. Georgia Southwestern leads Armstrong 4-3. Top of the 8th inning here at Pirate Field. Gabe Selichan looks at a first pitch strike from Justin Atkins, who begins his second inning of work. Atkins loaded the bases with 1 out, but got out of the jam. Selichan fouls off the next pitch, and it's now 0-2 on the freshman from Florida. He is 0 for 2 in the game with a sacrifice. And the next pitch is low, making it 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Atkins. Check swing. They're going to appeal, and they say he did not go. Did the bases umpire, so it's now 2-2. The 2-2 delivery from Atkins hits him.
Center fielder number 1, Devin Newberry.
So that will bring up the 9-hole hitter, Devin Newberry, who singled his last time up. He's been on base twice and has also driven in a run that came on a RBI ground out in the 3-run fourth inning. Newberry shows bunt, takes the pitch high for a ball. Throw over to first, but Selichan back to the bag. Another throw over, not as close this time. And the next pitch is offered at by Newberry. Got a piece of it, fouling it off. And the count is 1-1. 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for Georgia Southwestern. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for your Pirates. As we are in Game 1 of a Peach Belt Conference doubleheader here at Pirate Field. As the next pitch is a ball, Newberry stepped out of the batter's box to take the pitch, and the pitch was high. And the 2-1 pitch is called a ball, and it's 3-1. So the 3-1 delivery from Atkins, bunted foul, and Newberry upset with himself. Slaps the bat, and the count runs full. Queens is up 3-0 on Armstrong softball in the first inning over at the Armstrong softball field. A 3-run double, giving the Royals the early lead. The 3-2 pitch is popped up into right center field. Nathan Ward will make the grab in the gap for out number 1. We go back to the top of the order now for the shortstop, Josh Sanders.
Shortstop, number 20, Josh Sanders.
Sanders popped up to first. His last time up, he is 1 for 3 with an RBI. He pops the first pitch foul out of play for strike 1. Selichan leads away from first. The 0-1 pitch from Justin Atkins is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2. Again, the Pirates will host Georgia Southwestern tomorrow at 1 Tuesday's game against Claflin that was rescheduled because of the weather a week ago has already been canceled with travel issues. Claflin will be unable to make that trip, so the next home game for Armstrong baseball will actually be down at Grayson Stadium on March 11th as the Pirates host Wingate at 6 p.m. Throw over to first. Close play, but Selichan back. Pirates will begin a 5-game homestand on the 11th. They'll play Wingate at Grayson on the 11th, then here on the 12th at 2. And then the Pirates will host Lincoln Memorial for a 3-game series on the 15th and 16th, Saturday and Sunday. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch from Atkins popped up into very shallow right field. Nathan Ward will again make the catch. And there's 2 down for Dylan Griffin.
The designated hitter, number 2, Dylan Griffin.
Griffin is 2 for 4 in his return to the Coastal Empire area, the South Effingham High School product. Has driven in a run. Hits this one into center field. Joey Lupus drifts over, makes the catch, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Pirates trail 4-3.
Right fielder, number 24, Nathan Ward.
Right fielder Nathan Ward leads things off for the Pirates. He'll be followed by Ryan Patterson and Cody Sherlin here in the bottom of the 8th. Time running out for the Pirates. Armstrong trails by 1, 4-3. It has been that way since the 4th inning when Georgia Southwestern put up 3 runs to take a 4-3 lead. And again, Armstrong has had several chances, but Matthew Suggs has been able to get the key outs when he's needed them, striking out a couple of batters with runners on third and less than 2 outs. As Ward looks at a pitch low, making it 2-1. Ward has been up twice with runners on third and less than 2 out. He struck out in the 3rd and then hit into a inning-ending 5-3 double play in the 5th. Swinging a grounder to 3rd. Eldridge up with it, throws on to 1st, and there's 1 away. So that brings up Patterson.
The designated hitter, number 18, Ryan Patterson.
2 for 3 with an RBI. He has hit the ball hard all day, and first pitch to him is inside for a ball. This next pitch is hit deep to right, but not deep enough. Just in front of the warning track, the right fielder Alderman will make the catch, and now Suggs has set down 7 in a row, excuse me, as Cody Sherlin comes to the plate.
Second baseman, number 7, Cody Sherlin.
Sherlin 2 for 3 today. Tries to bunt his way on and bunts it foul for strike one. Yes, if you.
He was way out. Like, I don't even think it was close.
Next pitch is low but your entire body has to be out of the batter's box. And out meaning that no part of your body is touching even the line. So if you drag that foot and still, then obviously not a call you see much in baseball. You see a lot more in softball than baseball with slap hitters, but your entire part of your body has to be out of the batter's box. And if you make contact with the ball, then you are out. 2-2 count on Cody Sherlin. Pitch is chopped foul over towards Chris Base, the first base coach. Two-two pitch lifted into very shallow right field. Alderman will be called off by the center fielder Newberry, and we go to the ninth. Georgia Southwestern leads it 4-3. We head to the top of the ninth here at Pirate Field. 4-3 is our score. Georgia Southwestern leads. And the 3-4-5 hitters in the order for the Hurricanes will bat against Justin Atkins. Atkins' first pitch is ripped into center field. On the run is Lupus, and he will not catch up to this one. It's going to go all the way to the fence. And it is a leadoff double for Jared Taylor and the Hurricanes here in the ninth.
Third baseman, number 26, Stephen Eldridge.
So Taylor has hits in his last 2 at-bats, 2 for 5 game for him. And it brings up Stephen Eldridge, who the Pirates have already intentionally walked once in this game. He is 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. First pitch to Eldridge is low and outside for a ball. Atkins 1-0 pitch. Eldridge shows bunt and fouls it off for strike one. So the cleanup hitter power hitter who has already been intentionally walked once shows bunt, kind of takes the Pirates by surprise a bit. But obviously any runs scored by the Hurricanes in this inning would be huge, with Pirates coming up in the bottom of the ninth, trailing 1. Much different inning if you trail by 2. Pitches low. Again, Eldridge showed bunt. That's a 2-1 count. Two-one pitch, bunted back to the pitcher. They go to third and will get the lead runner. So a nice defensive play by the Pirates on the bunt attempt by Eldridge.
So that would not be a sacrifice, correct? That's just a
So Eldridge is now on at first.
Right fielder number 20,
And
Evan Alderman.
Evan Alderman, the right fielder, will now bat. He pinch hit in the 7th, drew a walk. He tries to bunt his way on. This is a good bunt. Throw to first is not in time. They throw behind the runner at second. Eldridge back to the bag. So Alderman bunts his way on with a single. That's the second bunt single in the game for the Hurricanes. One of those, the earlier one, drove in a run. And there's 2 on now with 1 out for Zach Moss, the left fielder. Adkins' first pitch, hit into right. Nathan Ward will make the catch for the second out of the inning. That brings up the catcher, Neil Chambliss. Fouled out to right his last time up. He is 1 for 3. In the game today. And head coach Calvin Culberson out to the mound. Talk things over with Atkins with Chambliss due up. 2 outs and 2 on here in the top of the 9th. Being on the mound is done. Chambliss will now face Atkins. And Justin Atkins' first pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Two runners on for the Hurricanes. 2 hits in the inning for Georgia Southwestern, now 11 in the contest. Ground ball to first. Dennard will underhand it to Atkins covering, and that will retire the side. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. Pirates trail 4-3. We move to the bottom of the 9th inning here at Pirate Field. And for Armstrong, Matt Wisniewski will lead things off. Matthew Suggs for Georgia Southwestern trying to pitch his second straight complete game win over the Pirates. He shut out Armstrong last year in Americus, 9-0. He holds a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 9th. Wisniewski on the day, 1 for 2. He has walked, he has singled, and he has also had a sacrifice. And he is ahead in the count here, 2-0 against Suggs. 2-0 pitch, that is a strike right over the plate. And the next pitch is at the knees, making it 2-2. 2-2 pitch fouled off. Late swing by Wisniewski protecting the plate. 2-2 pitch again fouled off. So Wisniewski battling here, trying to find his way on to get the tying run on base. Pitch is outside, and it's now 3-2. Pretty good fastball from Suggs in the 9th inning. Kind of holding something back a little bit. 3-2 pitch is inside, ball 4, no, called strike 3. Wisniewski thought he had ball 4, and instead he walks back to the dugout, and that's the first out of the inning.
Held back for the Pirates, third baseman number 4, Zach Lance.
And for Suggs, that is his 7th strikeout of the game, and it brings up Zach Lance. 10th straight set down by Suggs. As Zach Lance bats, he was a strikeout victim of Suggs his last time up. The 1-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-1. One pitch, low for a ball, and it's 2-1. It is 3-1 maybe. Sorry about that. 3-1 count. The pitch from Suggs is in the dirt, ball 4. So Zach Lance represents the tying run. He is on first, and Clayton Miller is at the plate with R.J. Dennard on deck. So the best 2 hitters for the Pirates have a chance to tie this ball game here in the 9th. Miller 1 for 4 with a single. And we're going to get a visit to the mound by Georgia Southwestern coaching staff. We'll see what the Hurricanes have here as we step away and come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Georgia Southwestern is number 28, Cody Graham, the freshman from Rockledge, Georgia, making his 4th appearance of the season. He is 1-0 with a 0 earned run average, 6 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up only 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 5. He is on to try and save it for Suggs as Clayton Miller looks at a first pitch strike from Graham. Suggs went 8 1/3 innings, gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 7. The runner on first base is his responsibility, so Suggs cannot lose this. He can only get the win. As Graham's 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, throw down to first and back safely is Lance, but Miller's in the hole now, 0-2 against Graham. 0-2 pitch, golfed into right, coming on though and making the catch, throw to first, gets away from the first baseman, but backing up was the catcher. They were trying to double off Lance at first to end the game. The throw was wide, but luckily for the Hurricanes, Chambliss was backing up the play, and now the Pirates are down to their final out as R.J. Dennard steps to the plate. Dennard, 1 hit today, but it was a big hit. It was a home run. He hits this one deep to right. This one is carrying, and this one is gone. A 2-run home run by R.J. Dennard, and the Pirates win it 5-4. R.J. Dennard with 2 home runs in the game, and Armstrong takes the first game of this series 5-4 over the Hurricanes. Justin Atkins is your winner. Cody Graham takes the loss, and game 2 will start in about 25 minutes. We'll have that for you on live stats, but please join us at 5:30 for Armstrong basketball as the Pirates take on USC Aiken over at Alumni Arena. Chad Jackson saying good afternoon from Pirate Field. We'll talk to you later today from Alumni Arena for Armstrong basketball.